What are you selling to us? Kytabu. Oh, a book? No, an app that gives you every book you'd ever need. Oh, this is interesting. It's like, all right, I could do that. Kytabu is very simple as a business. We're trying to get all the books that students need to go through school in the school. And so we've gotten digital versions of all the textbooks a child requires to go through primary and secondary school, put them on an app. The app is called Kytabu, and we allow people to download the application for free on a mobile phone and then use mobile money to rent content on a day, week, month, or school term basis. So essentially, we're trying to take the textbook from a building somewhere in the center of the city and make every child's mobile phone the largest library of all the books they ever need in the Kenyan education system, like that. Do a lot of children have mobile phones? It's a yes or no answer. Simply because you're comparing the prevalence of mobile phones to the prevalence or availability of textbooks. So which is more? Do we have more mobile phones or do we have more textbooks? And the answer is we have more mobile phones. Not everybody has them, but there are more and they're increasing higher than textbooks ever will. So why not take the textbooks and avail them on the mobile phone? It makes sense. And then because we have the best mobile money payment system on earth, why not integrate that mobile payment system? So instead of buying a whole book, I can just rent it when I need it. If I need it for today, I rent it for today. And it's so affordable because I don't have to go to a store, buy a book, store it, keep it safe. Nah, just have a mobile phone, which I use every day anyway. That's the plan. And even the Kenyan government has delivered 600,000 of these devices in schools, but there's no content. So let's fill it with content, and content they need to pass the examinations, because if you don't succeed in primary school, you will not get into secondary school. That's the rule. If you don't succeed in secondary school, you will not get into university. That's the rule. And for most of the students in Kenya, education is really the only opportunity they have got in the way their economy is built. So Kytabu's business model is B2B and B2C. B2B in that the content we're using is publishers' content. So we have a revenue share with them on what we sell. So we don't have to buy upfront, which is fantastic. That said, we take the content and then we go to schools and try to get schools to buy Kytabu content en masse for all their students. That's the business to business. Or we go to a government which owns schools. It's actually the largest school owner in the country, and get them to buy Kytabu, and we put these servers in their schools with all this content. So that's the B2C model. B2B model. The B2C model is we go to parents, we go to students, and we go to teachers directly and say, download the app. And whatever school books you will need that you don't need to buy, we'll have them here for you and you can be able then to get them. So we want to do it again, revamp and start again in 2 months with an updated version. We always wanted to update it, and in September we are. So I'm excited about that because we're building something that allows teachers to create their own content and sell it on their platform, which is new because the one person that never benefited from education was teachers, because they're the poorest paid public service workers, poorest paid. So lower than policemen, lower than army, lower than government officials, and there are many. And they were very highly respected not 40 years ago. Everybody wanted to be a teacher in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Now, nobody wants to be. It's the job you get when nothing else works. We don't think that's fair, because they're the ones preparing our children for the next opportunity and the next dispensation of information, whatever that will be, whether it's AI or IoT or whatever. So taking those two things and tagging them together. The first, the fact that you can have courses online that people can learn. And second, that teachers are willing to take that time to invest in teaching students at home, but also that students are willing to take the time, and also parents, to learn from teachers. So why not take that and make it something mobile, which is what we've done with absolutely everything in this country. So take education and make it a mobile solution. Available online, accessible on a mobile phone, payable on a mobile phone, created by teachers, consumed by students. Pretty straightforward, and it's possible. So let's do it.